Hey everybody, welcome. So this week I'm excited because I've been watching beauty bloggers and videographers, what are they called? Vloggers, yeah. And in watching all of these vloggers, I catch a lot of things that I see that are, I would say, I don't know if misinformation is the right word, but I think it kind of is. It kind of varies all the way from misinformation to just like them trying to do their best but maybe not knowing, and all of these other, variables in it. We are always trying to give the best information we can, and I believe they are too. But I feel like in the midst of that, they're kind of losing the what's at the heart of having this audience and what you're trying to do or convey to them. So what triggered this for me was I watched two girls review the iron the other day, and I thought, like, I think what's hard for them is, they are good at something, right? They're good at doing their hair already. And then the audience gets built trying to learn how to do their hair or their makeup like the person doing the video. And then because they're so good at one thing, they don't really step out and really learn new things. They kind of put it under the guise that they are, but they don't really. Mm-hmm. So I was talking to Savannah, I'm like, it's like somebody's really good at riding a bike, and then they go, yeah, don't drive a car. It's really hard to learn. It's not worth it. And then you, the viewer, goes, oh yeah, they tried it and I love them, so I'm not going to learn how to drive a car. It's not worth it. It takes too much time, all of this stuff. But what they're not understanding is that you're watching to try and learn how to get through life faster, right? In that case, you have to kind of take back your power and figure out how their message applies to you. So Savannah and I today are going to kind of try and recreate things that we've seen them do wrong so that we can show you how
to overcome that, and
how that challenge wasn't necessarily maybe going to apply to you. Mm-hmm. So that's the goal today.
The one other part that I felt was worth to mention is just how these beauty bloggers, like you said, they've built this audience, mm-hmm. and them taking a tool and after 5 minutes being like, oh, this tool is garbage because I couldn't figure out how to use it. It's just such an average consumer kind of thing to do, you're supposed to be one step higher than that and teach other people how to use a tool. So
I agree with that. That's a good thing. There, when you're the expert, you should be able to take it and simplify it for people and take a little bit more effort.
Yeah, at least take a little bit more time.
We are going to make some common mistakes by beauty bloggers using the TYME Iron. So first of all, the number one mistake. I don't know what it is. Do you know? I do. I know what it is.
Holding the iron backwards?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. One of the common reviews is that it's really hard to twist your wrist and it really hurts your wrist. Mm-hmm. Now, the reason that happens, let's try it. Oh, this is going to be so hard to use it wrong.
I know, and I feel like I'm still going to get a curl.
I know, I will too, because I know how to do it. Okay, so we're going to do our best, but we know every angle with this iron and we know how to create it so well that it's going to be challenging for us to do this, so just bear with us. So first instruction, number one with this iron, put your thumb behind the light. And what they always do is they start with it like that and they go, okay, great. And then they set it down and then they pick it back up and it's in the wrong. And then
everyone does that.
First thing, and then I have to brush the piece forward. They set it down, pick it back up, and they've got it wrong in their hand.
Yep.
Number one mistake. So, and what do they do then? They're trying to approach it, right? And so then your goal is to twist, which you can't really do. Oh shoot, I'm really gonna have a hard time not curling because I know exactly what to do. Okay, and so then they kind of do something like this, and then they rotate the wrong way.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, that's not going to do anything. First of all, you've got your hand the wrong way, so you don't have your thumb behind the light.
And that's what's making it uncomfortable.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. It's super uncomfortable because you can't even get it in there.
How are you supposed to?
Yeah.
So they have their thumb behind the wrong side.
Yep.
And then they put it in
the right
this, and then they're trying
this.
Yes. And then they just keep turning it, and they're like, why?
It doesn't slide good.
Yeah.
That's the next thing. It doesn't slide good, and I'm like, well.
Yeah. And she had mentioned that she's like, well, they say that the twist is in the tool, but I have to twist so much, and it's because you're not using it the right way.
Another thing I saw was a girl who's very proficient with curling with a flat iron. Super proficient. So she should understand the angles. Like, the more horizontal you hold the iron, the more full your curl gets, the more, and when your hair is short, it looks more like a Carol Brady flip out. Okay, so when you're doing it,
She was doing it backwards too. While she
backwards
was doing this.
and doing that,
Yeah.
and on the left side. So she was over here, okay, and she would hold it wrong, enter wrong, and then rotate like this, and then she had hair to there, and then it ended up like that. So as she comes in and twists and enters like this and then does this, I'm going to show you how it works on long hair, right? So first of all, look at my wrist. My wrist should never look like this. This is crazy, and this is exactly why I said don't do it with a flat iron, or that's exactly why it's better than a flat iron, because you don't have to do that with your wrist. It's not necessary. And when you're familiar with curling with a flat iron, you have to kind of retrain your brain to reset on how you're going to do everything. If you have this side at the top, so if this happens after the heat, so sometimes, so they would enter wrong with the wrong side, that's what I see a lot. And then they try and curl. Do you see this is after the heat? This is, oh no, it's not. Oh man, I don't even know how they do that. Oh yeah, and then they're like this and stuck. And then you can't even, so I can't really twist my wrist anymore. So
that's
then
why
I'm
they're
going to
taking
end up
their
straight.
other hand and trying
Yeah.
to rotate more.
But
then it's not
sometimes they
scooting
don't
through.
because they're trying to stick to the motion. So then
Right.
it's just going to be a flop, because that at the end of the day is just straightening, because you're not doing anything. You're using the iron wrong, so you're not using the side. So what I'm saying is they accidentally pick it up wrong, and that's the hard way to start, okay? So the right way is thumb behind light, okay? So thumb behind this light,
Right thumb.
always.
Yep.
They should be tethered together no matter what you're doing with this iron. The next thing is you grab your piece. When you have your piece, the next thing is decide if you're on your right side with thumbs up or your left side with thumbs down. You see my thumb is down here. Then you go in and you close, and then you put your knuckles back to the back of the room, and then you come towards the mirror. That's it. That's all you have to do.
It's 4 steps.
Yes, 4 steps. If you get those steps right, you will get a curl. You will get a curl, I promise
Thumb
you.
behind light. Put the guide side against your head. Close. Rotate back. Push forward.
Another common beauty blogger mistake that I've seen is when they go like this and drop their arm. So if they get everything right, which normally it's going to be something wrong to start.
It's like
But-
50% of the time.
Yeah. So if you start with everything I just did, right? And then you have your thumb down to start, and you're going along and you're going along, and then you drop your thumb and you go thumbs up, you're going to get a straight-ish piece. You're going to get like a womp.
The reason it's doing that is because if your cord's up and you're rotating back, your curl is going to follow that direction. And then if you drop it, your curl is going to follow this direction. So it's just going the opposite way. So it curls back and then it curls forward.
Other things we've seen them do. Going really fast. If I go in and I'm like, or like, you know, I start down here and then I just go real fast, I'm not going to get a curl at all. Like, you're not going to get anything. My hair's not even warm. I'm watching them hold other irons and they're like sitting there winding, holding, and then they expect this to curl like this. Next thing, what else do we see them doing, Savannah? Okay, so if you're on the right side or left side and you come in from underneath and then you do everything we say and then you're like leveling out, you're not going to get a
Or if
curl
they come
either.
in from underneath and try and turn back
Yeah.
too.
Oh yeah, that's true. So come in from underneath and then you turn back this way. Yes, that's how they get that thing to be the revealed one. One of the things for you guys to just know is if you see, just know the 4 steps. Thumb behind the light, thumbs up or thumbs down, knuckles back or light going out of the mirror. So you want to see the light in the mirror, and then you want to put the light to the back of the room and then go towards the mirror. If you do all of those things right, you will get a curl. You will. So I want to empower you to live a better life because you have hair that like says, hey, I'm a girl boss, I got this. you guys are informed consumers, and I think that's what everybody is now. Like,
and we provide so much education too.
Yeah.
Like all of our videos. I mean, our ads are curling, like just girls curling. But like a lot of times, if you look at like our blog or Instagram, like we're posting how to use the products that we have, and then we have StyleTYME girls as well too.
Yeah.
So we'll literally meet with you through Skype or FaceTime and
Yeah.
show you how to use the products, and it's completely free with your purchase. So.
yeah. Thanks everybody for watching. We hope we gave you some good tips today that help you on your hair journey and radiate from what's beautiful within and help you radiate it out. That's our goal here at TYME.